Welcome to the Huddle Podcast. It is, I don't even know, October 27th on a Monday, and we are reacting to some Sunday football. It was a wild week 8 in the NFL. Carson, how was your week?
It was good. It was one of fake victories, though. We'll get into that, I'm sure.
We were talking before the show, and we just realized that none of our three teams, I know Aiden isn't here, none of our three teams have won all in the same week. We have not had a Huddle Podcast weekend.
We have not, and it's killer. And it seems like it's always just one away. And this week felt for a moment like it was going to be a triple win for the Huddle Podcast, but it was obviously not. We'll wait for Aiden to join for a brief 15 minutes to talk about that great game.
Yeah. We're obviously gonna miss the Monday night because we're recording a bit early. I think it's gonna be the Chiefs. Perfect. There he is.
He is in with glasses.
Top boys.
Those are blue lights, aren't they?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's just get into the Bengals then. We're gonna beat around the bush with the Monday night game. Let's just do it. 39-38 for the Jets, taking down the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati.
Can I ask a question? Real quick?
Yeah.
Before you go on your rant. You've been a Bengals fan for a very long time, since a wee lad, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Does this rank in the top 5 worst losses you've experienced?
I think it's the most embarrassing.
I'd say top 5. Yeah, I'd say it's probably top 5. It might be top 3 most painful to watch. Damn, dude.
It hit a point there where you could like if this game had a heartbeat, you would say that like the Jets were gonna win this game. That last what, I don't know, 3-4 minutes, they were just like, it seemed like a Jets game.
Like watching this game at first, I mean, I was worried to start the game. I'm worried for every game. Look at our team, but the first 3 quarters, I like towards the middle of the third quarter, I was like actually coming down from like my anxiety. I was like, oh, we look like we have this under control. All the defense has to just make one stop. They make one stop in the second half. That's all they need. The offense has been rolling. We're up 2 scores right now, 2 touchdowns, not just two scores, 2 touchdowns. And as soon as they got that 2-point conversion, which, what a greasy way to get it. Damn. But it was in. I think it was in.
It was. Yeah.
Dude, I was sweating. I was like, oh, they're going for all, like they want it bad today. Like the Jets want it bad, and our team never wants it bad enough, obviously. The defense, dude. No words. There's no words to describe the lack of effort, heart, and like passion this defense has.
Well, and your best pass rush did leave with an injury.
Yeah, Trey left with an injury. I mean, like the team's in shambles. Like the actual team is in shambles. I know we've been saying it for so long, but after a game like this is the type of game where you have to clean house. Like you have to get rid of the DC. I don't care that this is his first year. He should be gone. He's like our defense just gave up 39 to the worst team in the league. 0.7 Jets. The DC should be gone. The head coach should be gone. The GM should be gone. Think about this. Our 2 defensive captains, which is Trey and Logan Wilson, the one guy we almost didn't pay any more money to this year. We were willing to trade him away. And then Logan Wilson just requested a trade because he's getting no snaps, because we're giving rookie snaps, who is not playing better than him in any way. It's just a meltdown of a team. It's an embarrassment of a team.
Okay, well, listen. I will say,
from Jay.
I will say, I personally don't think that the Jets are the worst team in the NFL. I think that the Saints are worse. I think that the Titans are worse. I think that even the Cardinals might be worse. I know their record doesn't dictate it, but I feel like the Jets have more together. Second thing is, those were some, like, I know that it's football and what happens, happens. First of all, that 2-point conversion, I'm thinking, why are they going for this? Like, why? Like, what are you doing? They go for it. They get it, of course, on a play that, honestly, I don't think would have been reviewed if the guy didn't put up as much of a fight as he did. He caught that ball
Yeah.
and he was like just freaking out that it wasn't called. I know that it's a scoring play and they would have anyway, but I didn't think like at all that he was in watching it live. I was like, no, get out of here. That didn't go in. Then you let Breece Hall pump fake on your asses.
No.
Little fade in the back of the end zone. Also, what's the freaking corner's name? 20.
DJ
Turner. Bro, get that dude out of there. I don't care how good he is. That was horrible coverage on that play. I know that it's a trick play. Breece Hall is throwing the ball. And he pumped on you.
Pause.
Who is this guy? Ben Roethlisberger? Get him out of here.
I think this one goes to Zach Taylor. This is his masterpiece. That was Zach Taylor at its finest. Let's like that end. The way that game ended was sums up his play calling career without Joe Burrow in.
I don't get it though, because honestly, all game the run game was working for us. The offensive line has not looked better, dude. Like, I know it's against the Jets pass rush, but the offensive line looked good today. We were moving the ball on the ground, which I feel like I haven't seen since the Super Bowl year.
Yeah, Chase Brown looked good for the second game in a row.
Samaje Perine had 90 yards.
Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous. And for us, if we punt twice in a game and put up 38 points, you expect to win that game, obviously. The defense has to do something, especially against a team like we're not playing Buffalo. We're not playing even Dallas's offense. Like, we're not playing an elite offense. But yeah, that last set of downs where we decided to run that ball on 2nd and 10, I was screaming at my TV with 40 seconds left. I don't know how you're like, yeah, okay, this is the play. 2nd and 10, 2 great receivers. Joe Flacco's been slinging it all day. Let's run the ball up the middle. Try to get 4 or 5 yards to what? Have a 3rd and short? Wouldn't you rather have 3 opportunities to throw the ball for the first down? Because you're going for it on 4th, so you have 3 opportunities.
If you have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, yes. I don't think I would dial up Isavosa there.
I don't understand that either.
No offense, he's not been great this year either. Like, it's not only like, and I know he doesn't get the touches, but
still has the most drops on the team.
Do you remember a couple years ago when the Colts just needed they needed to get into like first or field goal range, or I forget what it was, but they decided to throw to a wide receiver who had not been targeted all year,
and he dropped
with their season on their line.
Yes.
That was against the Texans to take the playoff spot. It was basically a playoff game. Loser was out, winner was in. They throw it to, I can't remember his name. I want to say it was Abdullah, who hadn't caught a pass. Minshew throws it to him. It's there, drops it.
Like, I don't even blame Isavosa that much, just because whatever. And it was only one down. But that whole, like, this was for your coaching job. I'm sorry, it was.
Yeah, 100%.
You go 2 plays to Chase, 1 play to T, and then if you want to hit a tight end, sure, or a run play, I'm fine with that.
To be honest, I don't want to be Mr. Downer, like, and like, I like the Bengals. Like, I really do like the Bengals. I like Burrow. I like their wide receivers. I like Chase Brown. They have no defense whatsoever. Their corners have really good games, and then they have really poor games. It's such an up and down battle. Zach Taylor should have been gone, in my opinion, a long time ago. I don't think that he's a good play caller. And they've clearly not done anything unless Joe Burrow is healthy. That's the other thing. Joe Burrow's out. I can't expect a lot from this team when it's a situation like the Ravens. If Lamar's out or Josh Allen is out or Patrick Mahomes out, those teams are not good enough on their own to be in the contention. There's only certain teams who are built well enough, like the 49ers a couple of years ago. You could even say you could
The
throw a bunch of
Eagles.
exactly. I was just about to say the Eagles. As much as I like Hurts, you could throw a bunch of quarterbacks on that team and
Probably
they're
the
making it
Lions
far.
too.
Lions, same thing exactly. Neither like the Bengals are just not that team. I like Chase Brown. He's not a workhorse back. He's not someone, in my opinion, who maybe should get 20 carries a game. Like I would like to see him in a split situation, even though I think he's really good. He's too small for that amount of carries. They don't have enough pieces to make this a viable season or any season viable when Joe Burrow's out. They honestly, and on top of that all, we talked about it last week, how it's sometimes the organizations, the owner, this organization has never been historically great. There's never been, other than that Joe Burrow season when they went to the Super Bowl, they've never been anywhere super far. And I feel like we talked about last week, that boils down to the organization. I'd like to think that it is the simpler problems, like Zach Taylor, like not having any defensive line or corners. But who knows? Who knows? We haven't seen it since 2021.
Yeah, that's a fair point, I think. I think the other thing I would say about that is Aiden's recording has stopped. Okay, we'll see if Aiden's in here.
Am I still here?
I guess so.
Okay,
You're still good. Like Zach Taylor probably wouldn't be here if you had a really good owner. And I think Trey would have got paid a lot sooner. Like you would have had a lot less problems if the owner was willing to open his checkbook. He's not. We know that. So the Bengals are what they are. There's plenty of teams who are not willing to pay in all of sports. The Bengals are just shit without Joe Burrow. It is what it is, right?
They really are. Like even if you're not going to pay guys, you can, like, a lot of winning teams don't pay a ton of people, but you have to hit in the draft that way. And over the last 3 years, we have drafted strictly defense and offensive line, and no one's came up big. Our
You've hit.
closest, go ahead.
I was going to say you've hit in the draft 3 times. 3 or 4 times. Hendrickson?
We didn't draft him. He came from New Orleans.
Okay, so you didn't even hit then.
We have Chase again, and Joe. Those are the things we've hit in the draft. Other than that, we're looking at people like Jordan Battle, DJ Turner, Dax Hill, and like you said, Carson, a few minutes ago, they have good games. They have big plays where they can get picks and save games.
Turner has put on some nice games. When they beat the Steelers, he had a great pick like that. He has good moments, but it can't always go along with these bad plays the next week. And it's not like they're just like these. It's not just like he's a little bit behind in coverage and the wide receiver's a monster. He let a tight end moss him from a throw of a running back. Like,
I don't think it helps that like Justin Fields had 244 passing yards on your offense or your defense. Like that I think is gonna happen. Like Justin Fields gonna play a game where you go, holy shit, he's a quarterback. He's gonna have 4 games this year where
he played really good. He was going through reads. He was getting the ball out quick.
There was no pressure. There was 0 sacks. There was no QB hits. Like, obviously, Trey got injured at one point, but Osai never stepped up. Shamar Stewart, the rookie, never stepped up. The interior defensive line's not good. Like, the whole defense is a broken system.
And I will say in your defense too, I know we razzed you a lot on this podcast about this, but like if you're gonna make a big stink in the offseason when you're the number 1 pick for the Bengals, you better be noticeable. He's not noticeable.
No, not at all. And I mean, I didn't like him coming into the season. His talent card was, hey, this guy is physically athletic, like insane, but none of the fundamentals are there. And that's the complete opposite of what we need. Not that it matters this year, because even if he was decent, it's it's not going to be a big enough difference to change a lot of outcomes. Maybe in a game like this, but how many games like this are we going to have?
Well, and to be fair, when you were drafting that team, Joe Burrow was healthy and was gonna play the entire season. Like,
Yeah.
this would have been a completely different season had Joe not gone down.
I think there
This
was
was full.
Go ahead, Jake. Sorry.
Sorry. I was just gonna say, like, the Bengals looking in 3-5, the problem is A, you're in the hunt, but B, like, uh, this looked like it was a savable season. Joe Flacco played good today. I think he played good. Or yesterday, sorry. And now it's just like, what? The Bengals are gonna go, what? 8-10, miss the playoffs by 1 or 2 games, this probably being pointed out as one of the games, and then you get a mid-round pick next year. Like, you'd rather either blow up or I don't know.
Exit.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of things there. First of all, in regards to the actual game, like I don't know if you remember me mentioning it when we were going through these games last week. Like I'd said that this is a trap game a little bit. I still
Yeah, you
expected
did.
the Bengals to
Yeah.
win,
You
but
called it.
there was a few things. First of all, Fields got benched last week, and it was supposed to be Tyrod. He's injured. He can't play. Now Fields is going out there like, I need something to prove. Second of all, it's in the 2 o'clock window, and a bunch of teams are on a bye.
2 o'clock.
Or 1 o'clock window. East Coast freaking. And then, Aaron Glenn, they need a win. I feel like they believed in him still, despite their record. I think they like Aaron Glenn. I think he's going to be there for a while. This isn't a one and done kind of season, I don't think, for him. And so I feel like they really were hungry for a win and felt that this was a game within their hands.
To throw it on top of all of what you just said, I just looked. They're going into the bye, too.
The Jets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that was a perfect hellstorm of the Bengals are
Was.
gonna lose this game somehow.
And I honestly, like, after we lost that, like, I mean, I'm sure you guys heard that Nick Mangold died. The center for the Jets, the Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
That was
Super
like
sad, by
another
the way. Rest in peace.
super sad. Like, I don't know if you like. Obviously, I know Marsh. You listened to part of my take. He was on there not that long ago,
Yeah.
talking about getting his kidney transplant and whatnot. And I think, yeah, it's crazy that he passed away. So it's kind of not that. I mean, I hate seeing the Bengals lose, but it was like if there was a day for the Jets to get a win, it was yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm gonna say it sucks for you. Like, I as much as I love ragging on everyone's teams here, and I think it's what makes the show somewhat entertaining to anyone outside who knows us watching. I would just want us all at least in the hunt with our, like, no excuses, in the hunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it sucks too that it's injury related. It's not like it's like, oh, your team's just shit. It's oh, your fucking Pro Bowl MVP level quarterback is
Future Hall of Famer quarterback.
Yeah, is not playing. Also, I think another thing that I wanted to mention real quick too is I feel like part of the reason that me and Jake were advocating for going to get Jameis Winston over Joe Flacco is games like this. Like, I would be a lot less like faulty. I don't know. I didn't want to be like a downer, but I don't believe in the Bengals if they don't have Joe Burrow. And I don't think that Flacco is the answer. So I feel like if you got someone like Jameis, at least the games are entertaining. They're fun to watch. You have something like crazy highlight reels every week because Jameis is yakking it up to 2 amazing wide receivers, whereas Flacco gives you a sense of like, this is within reach for us still, when I think realistically it's too high of a mountain to overcome.
I think Hendrickson going down is also huge. Like, the defense just gave up after that. Whereas if you have a quarterback like Jameis is so delusional He genuinely and I love that about him. But I would personally help fund money for Jameis to be the backup quarterback of the Bills, just because I think he's a pure vibes guy. Like, he's the most vibes guy.
Carson, do you still feel that way after watching these last 3 weeks about Jameis instead of Joe?
Yeah,
do.
I think Joe has played great. I actually am really impressed with how well he's played, and I thought the line has done a decent job protecting a guy that can't run, or apparently can run because he's got back-to-back third down conversions, 10+ yards, but whatever. But
Didn't he have a
no,
touchdown in this game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little tush push.
But yeah, I still think I would like to see him because I don't know that the Bengals are within reach of the playoffs, unfortunately.
Yeah, now I don't think so, dude. With the Jets loss, like this is a team that can lose 2 more games tops, and the games only get harder from here on out. Obviously, I don't think it gets any easier. I gotta disagree with the Jameis Winston and Joe Burrow thing, or Joe Flacco though, just because to begin with, yes, it's fun. I think it's more fun, but Joe Flacco has played some incredible ball, like probably some of the best ball he's played in a long ass time, and I think he's a really, really good leader in the locker room. I love listening to him talk post game, and I think he has no turnovers. Like he hasn't
Yeah,
done
that's
that in a fat
unbelievable.
minute. So
Aiden, I hate to be this guy, but you're 3 teams away from the wild card spot.
dude, that's disgusting.
And that's not
We should be
including the
nowhere near that.
Ravens, who just came off a win and are getting Lamar back.
Bro.
Yeah,
And I mean the Steelers lost as well, right? Like hell, we're 4 wins off of taking the division.
you're actually right. You're second in the division right now, which is disgusting.
Yeah.
You are
disgusting.
second.
We're 2 games away from taking the division.
And this is one that, if you got out of a nail biter with the
Don't
Jets, I
say
think you
that
would
to yourself. Don't even say that to yourself.
No.
Shut up, dude, I'm just playing.
I seriously think if you got out of this nail biter with the Jets, you would have been like, that was way too close for my comfort. But you would have been like, all right, we're 4
1
and
game back.
Yeah, you're
sitting
4
at 4
and 4.
You're the 8th seed. You're tied essentially with the Steelers for the 4th seed. And Lamar
And you're
is
looking
in
at the
your
Bears
rearview mirror.
next. And
Yeah,
you're
and you
looking
get
at
the
the
Bears.
Bears next.
Oh,
The nice thing is you are looking at the Bears next. Like, I think this is a wake-up
Yeah.
game for the Bengals.
It
I
is.
will
They
bet-
might be.
better be.
I'll put money on. The problem is the Bears also lost in heartbreaking fashion. So it's like,
Yeah.
this next week's game, that might be my matchup of the week. This is who wants it more football.
I like that.
Anyways, I know you gotta go, so I just wanted
Yeah.
your take on the Bengals.
Instead of me
Oh.
and Jake just roasting the hell out of the Bengals for
Yeah,
10 minutes.
do you have anything else, or did Ryan say anything that stuck out to you, or?
Dude, I wasn't home last night. I come home after the game, and Ron goes, "Give me till Wednesday to talk about football." Only thing he said to me. I was like, "Yeah, that sounds about right. That
Can we-
sounds about right, brother."
Can we have him on next episode?
Yeah, I'll ask him. I'll talk to him and see what he says, if he's working or not.
Even just have him on the phone call real quick.
Okay.
Bengals fan
Yeah.
calls in. I need his take.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty good at staying in the middle. Not too optimistic, not too down on them. I jump back and forth pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm the same
It's
way.
either Super Bowl or I'm jumping off a bridge. Oh,
All right, well, stay away from any bridges.
thank you, boys. All right. Good luck. Don't fire me.
See ya.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That was our Bengals 25 minutes of game breakdown.
Holy cow.
Let's move on. I do want to talk about my Buffalo Bills. I won't be too long, I don't think, on this. If that's all right
Okay.
with you.
Yeah, we
And
can
then
do that.
and
for
then
sure.
I'm putting you in the driver's seat.
Okay. Sounds good.
Buffalo 40, Panthers 9. Ed Oliver is just got surgery, torn bicep. That is like the biggest blow to our team besides Josh Allen. The guy just can't stay healthy, man. Like this is, and I don't know if he comes back for playoffs. I doubt it. Who knows? I'm pissed about that. James Cook is, if Jonathan Taylor wasn't doing what he's doing, like I'd say James Cook is the MVP of our team right now. He's making it so Josh doesn't have to play Superman.
Do everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Josh has played very good this year. Now, I also think that's our play calling. We have the most boring play calling in the NFL. They don't take shots downfield. And when they do, it's one every 6 drive and it's an incompletion.
Well, I wanna actually say something on that real quick because it's kind of similar to the Chiefs, like a little bit. Like you see, they have big names for a while. Like they had Mac Hollins, not a big name, but he's not a scrub. Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, obviously. Like they have all these pieces around him, and it's like the money eventually runs out, and then they're like, "Okay, well, we're
Because
gonna
you're playing
keep
guys on IR.
because you're playing guys on our." What do
They
you mean?
paid their defense instead of their offense.
Well, yeah. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I think that the play calling gets more boring because they don't have the weapons over time, and that's a result of not being able to pay for offensive weapons. So the offensive scheme gets dulled by the fact that they're scared to do all these things. Look at the Patriots. They have Tyreek Hill and they have Kelsey when he's or not the Patriots. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me? The Chiefs. Look
Dolphins.
at the Chiefs. The Chiefs.
Uh,
They have Tyreek Hill and they have Kelsey when he's a little bit younger, a little bit healthier, and like definitely the best tight end in the league before he became an idiot. And then and then that all crumbles. He gets old. Tyreek Hill's gone, and they can't pay these big wide receivers. Their offense gets dull. That's why I feel like people hated watching the Chiefs too, because you watch their offense and it's like, oh, bubble screen. Oh,
yeah.
5-yard run. Oh, slant pass for 4 yards. Nobody wants to watch that, but I feel like I don't know if you agree with that, but I feel like that's maybe why
No,
the
I
Bills'
agree.
offense is a little bit dull. Anyway, side tangent.
Yeah, I agree. It was Andy Dalton. It wasn't even Bryce Young, so it's not even like you can be a little bit happy about beating the Panthers. The first half, I want to say, was not the best football, and it was coming off a bye, so take that with a grain of salt. Um, Shakir actually had a good game. I
Huge game.
did want to highlight our rookie. What's his name? Jeez, Maxwell Harrison. I saw him buzzing around there for his first NFL game. I'm excited now. Finally, he's on the field. Um, so I'm excited to watch him grow. That's always nice. When your number one pick doesn't play for
A
what?
long
We're on
time.
week 8, so
Yeah.
7 weeks. You kind of get like, okay, why did we draft this guy? This is stupid. I'm pissed. Whatever. I'm glad to see him out there, and he looks good in a Bills uniform. Hopefully, he can stay healthy. Ed Oliver is just the biggest. Like, we got the Chiefs next week, so we'll talk about previews on another episode, but that is such a soul crush. Like, him and Milano are the heart of this defense. And it's not a very good defense. Without those two, it's like we're gonna get torched next week.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we'll definitely get into that game like more in depth on the preview. I it's a tough blow because because linebackers are the quarterbacks of the defense. So when you lose somebody who's a veteran and who's been on the team for a while, it hurts your defense in a bigger way than just having a good player out there.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
and again, like Milano's the big okay, he's gonna help stop the run, but Oliver is just as big in stopping. Like when you look at the Bills, the Bills are supposed to be a Super Bowl contending team. I think people still, when they talk about the AFC, would throw out the Bills as okay. We're gonna go now. You would say, I guess, Colts, Bills. Ravens, I know they're shit, but they're gonna be back, and then Chiefs, you would say. I don't see this defense winning a Super Bowl. And again, this is why football is so frustrating because we're coming off a 40-9 win. Like, I should be on top of the moon right now, but my team just lost arguably our third or fourth biggest player.
Yeah, and I mean, not that it would make a difference. I still seen the Bills smashing the Panthers, but Andy Dalton, man, just go find a couch to sit on. Like, it's over, buddy. You had a great time in Cincinnati. You'll always be remembered there. Don't go out in a Carolina's uniform getting absolutely punked in the backfield. That guy was like a raisin every time there was pressure. He just shriveled the fuck right up. And
Yeah.
like, horrible. That was the worst quarterback play I've seen in a long time. He just didn't even look like he could do anything. It was like a guy got the wildcat snap and then just was like, "Oh shit, I have the football. What am I supposed to do?"
Yeah, and Dowdle came kinda crashing down to earth this week.
Yeah,
Like,
majorly.
I mean, I guess he had 8 rushes for 54 yards. They keep pushing Chuba, which I don't get. They're almost trying to do what the Lions do, and it's just, like, neither of these 2 are what Jahmyr Gibbs and David
Got it.
Montgomery are. I don't think anyone would say they are,
They're
but,
both good. They are both good. I would say they're both above average running backs, but I wouldn't say that they are, yeah, ISO backs for sure.
yeah, and then again, James Cook had, and hu he is playing with his hair on fire. He is so fucking good. I love James Cook. When they get him going, he had a historic game for the Bills. I haven't seen numbers like that since Thurman Thomas back in the day or fucking OJ. Like, unreal.
The thing
So,
is,
again,
to his credit as well, like most people I find anyway, when they get a contract, they don't play as good for whatever reason, whatever it might be. You sign a big deal, all of a sudden you're not playing as well, especially like outside of the quarterback position. But he is playing a season that is proving that he was worth some money
oh, he was worth every penny. He shouldn't have even signed that because he would have been worth way more
at
if
the
he
end of the
did not.
season.
Now, mind you, injuries and stuff. I do want to say I apologize. I was dead wrong on James Cook. I feel like every fan base has their moments where they they think something and they say something stupid. I was so stupid about James Cook. Nobody can step up in this offense and do what he is doing. He is I would argue he's top 5 running back right now.
This season, yeah. This season I
Yeah.
wouldn't have a problem with that at all. I would I'd put him top 3 even this season.
Yeah, obviously he's going to be behind Jonathan Taylor, but
Yeah, and then I
I
mean
don't
in terms of like legacy right now, obviously like Saquon and Henry are still Saquon and Henry, but they're not playing very well so far. We'll get
and
into
Jahmyr
Saquon having
Gibbs
a big
like
day, but and Gibbs, yeah, Gibbs is definitely
but
top
James
3.
Cook is up there. He is an S tier running back right now. So I'm shout out to James Cook.
Yeah. I know that I want to talk about Josh real quick too. I know that he hasn't been playing super great or maybe to his level, but I think that it's like what we talked about a second ago. The play calling is pretty poor in some of these games, or at least just non-explosive. And I think like at the end of the day, like if you look at Mahomes, I sounds like freaking Chris Collinsworth right now, but if you look at Mahomes in the playoffs, like his stats are ridiculously better because it's turn it up games. Like you have to start playing better. I'm never gonna be like Josh Allen had him mid-season this year, so expect the Bills to lose this playoff. Like I know that like at any given point, Josh Allen can go into a whole nother level that only 2 or 3 quarterbacks in the league can actually tap into.
Yeah, he didn't need to this game. And
No,
I
exactly.
will gladly save the Josh Allen scrambling and
Exactly.
all that stuff.
Next week.
Yeah, next week. But we don't need it right now, A, and B, it's less the quarterback's not getting hit right now, so I can be happy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to see him break his nose again, or last year he broke his finger. Anyways, I said we'd be quick, so let's move on from the Bills. Good win, boys. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, that was a great one. Okay. All right. Let's get into let's just hit the triple head here. Let's talk about the Texans.
Love me some head. All right.
Okay, so the Texans take down the 49ers at home, 26-15. It felt
We
like a bigger
disrespected you last week, man. Holy shit.
It felt like a bigger yeah, that was bad. It felt like a bigger loss than 26-15. They had clear control of that game for a long time. Dude, I
Yeah.
don't like this team. I don't like this team.
No.
Like, there's the inner part of me after last week thinking of how I was absolutely destroying the Texans for that loss, and I don't regret that. But I don't want wins like this to give me any hope. I don't want it to give me any inclination of them going anywhere.
You
Okay?
did go out and beat a good team.
Are they good though? They have 22 injured players of their 53-man roster.
And they're still a winning record. Yes, they are good. And yes, they are they are a well-coached
They
team.
do have a great coach. They do have a great coach for sure, which D'Amico Ryans obviously comes from that coaching tree. Maybe something that helped him in this game. He was the defensive coordinator for the 49ers when they made it to the Super Bowl.
I think you got your guy in Woody Marks, too.
I like him. I think that's great. I'm really excited to see him and Mixon and Chubb, like all three of those guys getting carries. I would reserve Chubb for third down mainly, but
Yeah.
other than that, like those are two dynamic running backs. But all that aside, when it comes to this game, it's just hard for me to look at this in a positive light because it's another bad defensive line.
But Carson, you have different expectations than what I think the Chiefs of the world and the Lions of the world, like, you guys aren't winning the Super Bowl. I think you know that, obviously, the way you're talking. You're a playoff-bound team who's going to be right on the edge and then looking to cause some havoc. This was a 5-2 49ers team that was red hot coming in. You beat a good team.
They did.
You beat a comparable level team.
Yeah, I would say that they're pretty similar. Texans have 4 losses and all of them are one-score games. So I mean, it's not like they're getting blown out. Their team is good enough to stay in these games, but the 3 wins that they have are against the Titans, horrible defensive line. The Ravens banged up, horrible defensive line. The 49ers banged up, another horrible defensive line. Like they don't have Nick Bosa in this game. And that's my thing about the whole Stroud thing. Like, people who watched this game and are now flipping the script again from last week, oh, Stroud looked like crap, and now they're
I'm not ready to
praising
do
him.
that.
Yeah, and now they're praising him this week for having 300 yards and for the time of possession and for the completion percentage and for the 3 touchdowns. Like, he is going to have games like that when he's pressured only 2 times in the first 20 snaps compared to 12 times in the first 20 snaps a week ago. Like, of course he's going to be more poised. Of course he's going to be more calm. Of course he's going to go through the reads better. Of course he's not going to have to scramble and look for broken plays. Like, he's not on the level of Josh Allen or Mahomes, but he is a top 10 quarterback in my opinion. And if you put a line around him, it doesn't matter who's out there. They didn't have Nico Collins in this game, and he threw 300 yards to Jalen Noel and Jaden Higgins, who are 2 rookies from the same team in Ohio State.
They look good too, man.
And they did look good. I did.
Yeah, like the rookies look good.
They did. Man.
Can I just say, I know you're negative, but I'm going to be Mr. Positive on the Texans. You got the coach. I think he's a good coach.
Yeah, I like D'Amico.
You have a young offensive nucleus, which is nice. Now, next year is all offensive line,
Oh.
and whatever offensive lineman is on the what do you call it, in free agency, you
yeah.
need to go sign.
Yeah.
I think you have and CJ Stroud will have finally 3 years under his belt. We can start looking towards the future. Now he's probably going to want to get paid after this season. But I don't know. I see a Texans future where they are contenders. And that's all I really can think. Again, I'm not the biggest CJ Stroud fan. I think you know that. But there's potential there. He looked good. I think we have to take this game for what it was. The Texans went out, took care of business. Let's see who you have next, because now your bye is done.
It's pretty nice. They play. Oh man, I don't know who they play next, but I know
you got the Broncos. Here's a turn-up game for you, Carson. Let's get you fired up. If you guys go out and beat the Broncos, you can be happy. If you lose to the Broncos, I'm okay with you being like, we're done. Next game is what we had for the Colts a couple of weeks ago. If you beat the Broncos, I want happy Carson.
Well, I'll tell you what. They beat the Broncos. Well, yeah. Deal for sure.
Okay.
They beat the Broncos. I'm all the way back in on the Texans. But the thing is, that's the best defensive line they'll have played this season. And that's going to be scary if they don't control this offense.
Carson, CJ Stroud, you were wearing cool jerseys, man. You beat Kelsey
nice.
Kittle on tight end day. He never loses on tight end day. You held him to only one tutty. Fucked my parlay.
Actually, he helped my parlay because I took Kittle anytime touchdown.
I had him for 2. That's how good he does on tight end day.
He got robbed by the other tight end in the fourth quarter.
I know.
Okay, well,
this is a positive. Let's be happy.
I'll
we
say some positives.
Aiden.
I'll switch.
We could have been Aiden.
Facts. I'll say some positives. Okay.
All
Number
right.
1, offense did look good. I think if they are going to have an offense this year at any capacity, that's exactly what it should look like. I don't need these bomb plays. I don't need 15, 20 yards down the field. Just get the ball out quick. You have Jalen Noel, who's like super short and a slot receiver. And then you have Christian Kirk, who, if he ever is healthy, who knows? He's played like 5 snaps this season, it seems like. If he's healthy, he's also a slot guy. Nico is on the end. He should be your only deep threat. Maybe Jaden Higgins, because he's also not Jaden Higgins. Jaden Higgins, sorry. He's a bigger guy as well. Keep them on the outside if you want. And then you have Hutchinson, who seems to be an all-purpose guy who had a great game as well, by the way, touchdown in it. I like the pieces that they have, and I think that they're close to being good, but that's exactly how you should play a game. Quick, fast, play action, get the ball out of his hand. Don't let him hang in the pocket too long.
Don't make him do too much as well. He's not Superman.
No, just let him get the ball out quick. Give the ball to Woody Marksmore like you did in this game. He's young and healthy and seems to be good, in my opinion, as at least a number 2 back behind Mixon.
I think he should be carrying the weight more because Mixon is older. Like, he'll be fresher for longer snaps.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even mind that either. But they rushed the ball 30 times in this game. I personally like that. Like, run the ball more and make it more diverse. Don't just run it up the gut. Do some tosses. Do some
sweeps
some sweeps, some cutbacks. Like, make it more explosive. I like the time of possession that they had. I don't know if you heard about that. They had the ball for 24 minutes and 31 seconds in the first half. The first 30 minutes of the game.
That's a good half.
That is the highest time of possession by a single team since 2009 with the Peyton Manning offense on the Colts. Okay?
Dang.
So that's a great stat. If you can keep your defense healthy and rested, as good as they already are, when they're on the field the entire game, like if they can only play, they played, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 19 minutes in this game. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The Texans had 16 plays on their first drive that was 10 minutes long. The 49ers didn't have 16 snaps until or 16 plays on offense until the middle of the third quarter. Like, that's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous sway. Like,
Yeah.
so if they can just control the time of possession, if they can just move the ball maniacally instead of big plays, then they'll be fine. They don't need to have these ridiculously big passes and anything like that, or try to set up a long pocket for Stroud. Just control the time of possession, control the turnovers. Your defense is good enough, and Stroud can be good enough to win games as well. That's what it boils down to me.
Yeah.
Broncos next week. We'll talk about it on the next episode. That's the real test.
That's the test.
If they can go to 500, I'll have a lot more faith in them, especially with them being tied in wins than with the Jaguars.
I got something even better for you. I check Schefter now every once in a bit while we're recording. Surtain is expected to be a candidate to be placed on IR.
Yeah, that will help a lot too, especially with
There you
Nico
go.
coming back. Nico should be back for this game. It was just a concussion, so he should be back for this game as well. Hopefully Christian Kirk is as well. That's a disappointing signing thus far.
Yeah, I was really like, damn, the Bills should have went and got him. Now I'm kind of like, I also think it's a little misuse, but like this, you see him every once in a while. I see him on waivers in fantasy. And I'm like, holy fuck, Christian Kirk's on waivers? What the fuck? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I was the one who dropped him.
You're like, oh, his highest game this year is 5 points. It's like,
Yeah.
oh shit. Well,
All right, let's get cooking here. We've had a 50-minute episode
on 3 teams.
Yeah, let's
Holy
start
fuck.
cooking here.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Next game, let's go to the Giants, Eagles. This is probably another long conversation game, but let's just try to rattle through it, I guess. I'll let you handle Mr. Boo.
Yeah, I feel bad.
You are
Cam
the Scatterboo
Scatterboo
guy on this episode.
I love him. I've loved him ever since I don't watch very much college football games, but when he was playing in that championship, or I guess it wasn't a championship, but he was playing in the playoffs, and he was a fucking monster. So this is super sad. His ankle is twisted to the other side. I mean, I saw an AI video of someone made it, and it's just Cam Scatterboo snapping his ankle back to place and headbutting a guy. This is so sad, and I feel for Giants fans. New York is one of those teams where like I feel bad for until they're good, and currently I feel bad for them because they have, like we just talked about the Texans, the young nucleus and then Neighbors and Scatterboo go down, and it's like, okay, this team is done. And it seems like you got a decent guy in Dart.
Yeah, he brings energy to the team. A couple of years, man. Just a couple of years, I'm telling you. Even next year, they could be a little bit better.
And they might be because it seems like they just built a young team. So that sucks. I think this kind of solidifies you need to not fire your head coach. You need to keep your head coach. I think he's been doing it.
I'm going to give Brian Daboll a lot of credit because there's not a lot of coaches who can have losing seasons back to back to back to back to back to back the way that he has, and me still be like, no, I like that guy. Like in my opinion, I like Brian Daboll, and I think that they should keep him. Man, you see him? Like, I love watching Giants games solely for the bad calls. He's flipping out. I love seeing coaches get absolutely heated and passionate about like anything. So that's one of the things I like about that. But yeah, it does suck. It's not like the Giants were going to the playoffs or anything, but it would have been nice to see all three of these young guys playing together for a season, getting used to each other, seeing what that's like, seeing the flash plays, seeing what's good, seeing what's bad. And now we can't have it this year.
Is like, not to mention, like, these are all young guys. Like, Neighbors was on fire before, and then you bring in Dart, and then it's like, okay. And then I feel like that almost brought up the way Scatterboo was playing. So Scatterboo and Dart were playing really well together. You wish Neighbors was in there with them, obviously. And then you have Tyrone Tracy, who's also a
A
good
dog
back. Like,
and young.
yeah. So I don't know. If you're a Giants fan, this is heartbreaking.
Yeah,
But
it
the
sucks.
future is bright. And then on the flip side, the Eagles, you looked good. I expected this from the Eagles. The passing game has been unreal. What Wyatt said about Devontae Smith is like, okay, clearly he looks good without A.J. Brown.
100%. 100%.
6 receptions for 84 yards. No tutty, but it didn't matter. That's all I got on this game, really. The Eagles are starting to right the ship.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is Saquon having a game. First play from scrimmage, he takes it 65 yards to the house. Like, they needed him to break out. He averaged 10 yards a carry this game. He was averaging the same amount, or I think one less carry a game, but he was averaging 50 yards. In this game, he has 150 on the dot and 2 touchdowns. They needed a game from him, and he doesn't need to have 150 yards every week, but he should be around that 80 to 120 range consistently if they're going to
Yeah.
expect to be the team that they were last year.
The thing I hate about this game is he left injured. Bigsby came in and looked kind of even better.
He did look
Tank
good.
Bigsby looked unreal. Like,
Second and
if this is
31, no problem.
if this is how, like, if Barkley's out for a couple weeks, Tank Bigsby will do just fine in this offense. It was also against
Yeah,
the Giants, so let's not go
100%.
too crazy. I don't
Still.
think this Giants team is as bad as their 2-6 record.
No, and their defensive line is pretty solid. So, I mean, it was still a good rushing game, given, I feel like, who they played in terms of defensive line.
Yeah, let's start cooking here.
Yeah, let's get to the Cleveland Browns, Patriots. Browns are banned, but Myles Garrett isn't because he had 5 sacks. Oh,
I hate
my.
the fact that he made a stink about leaving and then signed the checkbook. I hate that. He's so good. I hate that he's wasting away because he is a first balloter. I think he is.
Oh. In the clear. He could leap over that thing.
And sometimes you look at most of these guys and you're like, like the casual NFL fan would be like, who the fuck is that? It's like, oh, well, he spent his entire career playing on the Jets. That's why you don't really know him, because he was never in a meaningful football game. Myles Garrett is now never going to be in a meaningful football game. The Patriots look good. Carson, I'll let you take this one away because I don't have too much on this.
Yeah, I'll just say some quick things. First of all, yeah, like on the Myles Garrett thing, absolutely unbelievable. I might throw a petition out there online if the Cleveland Browns should just change their name to the Cleveland Garretts, because he is pretty much their entire team at this point. There's nothing else to watch on that team.
Judkins, but he didn't look good.
But yeah.
He looked terrible, but
yeah. Patriots side of the ball, Drake May, man, like, it's really impressive how they're looking. If you look at some of these teams, like, that have made it with a second-year quarterback, you got Russ, you got Pat, you got Joe Burrow, like, you got...
I think Josh was too. I don't know for sure. Or are you saying to the Super Bowl?
Like, to the Super Bowl, yeah. Like, I'm just saying it's not unrealistic to me at this point that the Patriots make it that far, given the record and the teams they beat and the way that they beat them as well.
They got to beat a really good team, I think, though, man.
You don't think the Bills are a really good team? I think the Bills are a really good top
in
6
division is
team in the
different.
NFL.
Dude, we've beaten them for the past, like, I don't know how many years. We stomped on their grave. Like, you're going to have an in-division game where a team doesn't look... I mean, look at the Eagles. They lost to the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, well...
I want to see them go out and play a Philly or a Detroit or one of those other side teams that they never play and beat them. I do think the Patriots are good. I don't think 6-2 good.
I get what
you're saying. They lost
to
the Raiders.
I get what you're saying. I just think that they they are a well-coached team overall.
I agree.
I can't remember, trying to think of this Drake May stat, but anyway, doesn't matter. He's playing unreal. They look good. We'll see what happens. They do have a contender later on in the season, and we'll see how they play against the Bills the second time around. I think they probably split it, but that'll
In New
be, in my
England,
opinion, equivalent to beating the KC or beating, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's
I want to see them. They have next. They have the Falcons, Bucks. I want to see them handle both of them, and then the Ravens at the end of the season when the Ravens will be fighting for their season. I want to see them how they do it, and those 3 games are my deciding games.
the Bucks is going to
Uh,
be a fun game.
Yeah, I don't think you can count the Bills game because the Bills are gonna want their get back. Like, that's just one of those games where I'm chalking it down right now as a Bills must-win game, depending
That's
on
fair.
injury, of course. Let's move
Yeah,
on. Let's get out of here.
let's go Bears, Baltimore. What a disappointment from the Bears. That, to me, is a Caleb Williams loss. That pick near the end zone late in the game when they had a chance
Yeah.
to take the lead on that drive, absolutely flipped it to a solid loss. Tyler Huntley was 14 of 15 on his first 15 passes, and he is way more built for this offense than fucking Cooper Rush. And we talked about this. We
Yeah.
talked about this switch. You know, why? Why would they not have kept him in? I'm not saying they would have beat the Texans. Texans mollywopped them 44-10. I don't think they would have kept in that game. But the Rams, that was a 17-3 game. If you have
I
him out
don't
there, they could have one extra win on the schedule and be 3-5 and feel a lot better with Lamar coming back.
Did he sign there? Or
He was
be,
this year,
he
you
was
mean?
there at the start
He was
he
not.
there
He
at the
was on the
start?
Browns, and then he went to the Dolphins, and then this is his 3rd team this season in the Baltimore
Oh,
Ravens.
okay. So maybe that's why. I mean, if you have Cooper Rush, I get wanting to try him, but yeah, I don't have much on this game. Derrick Henry looked fantastic. He looked like the old Derrick Henry. This is like a Bears. We had a big win. We're gonna lose this game. That's a Bears thing. I don't have
Yeah,
much
and
on
they
this
were on a
game because I
4-game
didn't
winning
care
streak
about it.
too. I will say that the Ravens defense looks better, and that was a must-win game for them. The fact that they won that game without Lamar is huge.
Yeah, that was
And
their season.
nobody's counting them out. Nobody's counting them out yet. We know all about
Now
that team.
they have to go on a tear. Let's see who they're playing next week because I am interested in
It's
that.
easy for the
Oh,
next 6 weeks, and then it gets a little bit dicey with some in-division games and Patriots
dude.
Packers.
Yeah, they are more like I will be betting. I wish I could parlay their next 5 games for a win.
Yeah, honestly though. Okay, let's get to the next game. Dolphins rise from absolute hell, beat the Falcons by a mile, or 34-10. This was another kind of a trap game. It's the same thing as the Field situation with the Bengals. Like, he gets benched late in a game last week, and then he gets the starting role again this week. Prove it game, and you're playing a middling Falcons defense that has no juice. You know, I wouldn't have predicted them winning by that much, but it doesn't really surprise me that they won. Waddle looked great. It's too
They
bad that
looked
he
unreal.
isn't more of a name. Everybody knows who he is, but nobody even knows him like Devontae Smith. You know what I mean?
I wish he was on a different team. I wish he was on a winning
Yeah,
team. Like,
I
I would
agree.
like to see him get moved at the deadline
And I
because
think
I
on
think
some
there would be
teams he could be a 1.
oh, I say this every time, but us,
Come to the
he
Bills.
could be a 1. He would look good on this Ravens team that's been struggling. Like, the funny thing is I think the Ravens and the Dolphins have the exact same record.
They
Maybe the
do.
Ravens have 3 wins, but
They're 2-5 each, yeah.
Yeah, so they have the same record. We're talking about the Ravens like they are, like, back and ready to go once Lamar gets in, and we're talking about the Dolphins like they are dead in the water after just winning. They both won this week, but we all know the Dolphins are dead and the Ravens are not. I wanna apologize to the viewers. I talked a lot about how Kirk Cousins is the best backup. I lied. I am now 0 for 2 on who the best backup is. I will now say that who's the Chiefs' backup quarterback?
It was Wentz. I don't know who it is now.
Okay, well, whoever the Chiefs' backup quarterback, he is the best backup quarterback in the league. Hopefully, Patrick Mahomes doesn't get hurt.
Before the Bills game.
Fuck, I didn't even realize. Damn, that's bad karma. Oh, just injuries off, please.
We'll just edit that right out of the bucket. Yeah, no, I have nothing on that game at all, other
Nope.
than good job Tua proving him wrong. I still like you, but you're not a good quarterback. Tampa Bay Saints
I was gonna say
killing.
I do want to know who the Falcons have next. Sorry, they have
That's
the
all good.
Patriots. I might just bet the Falcons. We'll talk about it next week. What'd you say? Tampa Bay
Buccaneers
Saints.
Saints.
Saints are banned
Saints are banned.
officially. I
Saints are
don't even
banned.
like. Let's not even touch this game. I'm serious. Saints are banned. That's the story.
Yeah,
That's the end of it.
and honestly, Bucks won, but it wasn't like they had like a crazy game or
No,
anything.
they didn't look good at all. They're
No,
injured,
especially
to death.
offensively. They need Bucky back. It's crazy the difference between Bucky being out and Bucky being in.
I would like them to split back more, though.
They
Still, I don't
should.
think it's
They
all
should, but I
Bucky.
still think that he is a big part of their offense.
I agree, but I also think it's the threat of Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Igbuka being downfield somewhere. And I like their tight end Cade Otton there. I know he doesn't
is
get
good.
the love he
He's
deserves
good.
because they are fully loaded for Bear at wide receiver. Why would you not throw it to those guys? But I think Cade Otton on other teams would be a much bigger part of their offense.
Shout out to the no gloves as well. One of the only guys out there wearing no gloves.
And I want to say the wide receivers who came in here, that Johnson
Sterling
kid, I believe he's
Shepard,
a rook.
Tez Johnson is a beauty.
Yeah, they're holding down the fort.
They are. Yeah, they are. They're doing their jobs.
For being what? Sorry, for being what? 4 and 5 guys on the wide receiver room?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Anyways, you can move on.
Denver, Dallas. We both picked the Cowboys in this game. I didn't want to bring it up because that was a major loss. If I know in advance from now on that Denver is playing in the retro jerseys, I will never bet against them because those are the cleanest. You cannot lose in those jerseys. If you lose in those jerseys, you should burn them because those are the cleanest jerseys in the NFL right now. And they played great.
Yeah, there's few jerseys of other teams that I see where I'm like, oh, I fucking need those. The Denver jerseys are one of 5.
I need
year.
that and the helmet. I want the helmet
the
combo.
helmets. The logo's sweet.
Oh,
I think I would
Bronco coming right out of the
pause.
I almost said
throw I would throw that up there with the Kelly Greens. Fucking hate Philly, but I think the Kelly Greens are another
they're beauties.
I need that jersey.
Yeah, they're beauties.
And I'm a whore for
nice jerseys.
Sports gear. Morgan was cleaning out my closet today, and she was like, "You have so many jerseys, you should get rid of them." And I was like, "No, those are my kids. You can't do that." Cowboys looked a little stinky.
Yeah.
I don't have much on this game though. Again, this was one of those games where it was just there was so much going on.
And it's easy to look good on offense against this Cowboys defense with no grit.
Yeah, they have nothing.
They have no grit.
They have nothing
whatsoever. They have decent
And you
corners.
have what's his name? Eberflus from the Bears is there. I don't even know what their head coach's name is.
I don't know. I don't want to know.
I mean, Maybe we can do a little side video where it's like, who is the head coach of this team, and you have to name the head coach.
Oh boy, I would struggle with at least like 10 teams.
Yeah, like I can't name the Saints head coach. Bad.
That's horrible. Okay, wait.
He took a shit before a game and talked about it, and he clogged the toilet. That's all I know about him.
Wow, that's crazy information I know about that coach, and that's it. This guy took a shit. That's all I know about him. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, it's easy to look good against Dallas, honestly. Colts, Titans, what a surprise. Another banned team gets absolutely demolished by the freaking best offense in football that can't seem to punt. Oh, that is also in the Texans division, by the way. Oh, by the way, Jonathan Taylor, 3 touchdowns a game.
Best running back in the league, will be the number 1 draft pick and disappoint next year. I'm calling my shot.
Just glad I have him this year.
Did he have 4 rushing touchdowns?
He had 3. He now has 4 games with
so they called
3
it
touchdowns.
Back. But they called back because
he would have had 4 total touchdowns. He had 2 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown in this game, but 1 rushing touchdown did get called back. Yeah.
Okay, because that would have been historic. Jonathan Taylor is so good, man. Like,
it's ridiculous.
He is back to what, 3 years ago when he was the best player in the league. Like,
yeah, he's looking unreal,
and like he is the MVP.
I think that him and JSN should be in the they should both be in the top 5. Like, who are the quarterbacks that are ahead of them right now? And I hate that is what the thing has been about. Like, of course, a quarterback is going to be the most valuable position on a team. It already is the most valuable position on a team.
In sports.
In sports, exactly. Other than, a few that we won't name because I don't want to become a soccer podcast. But anyway,
yeah.
My point is that if the NFL can't start having running backs, wide receivers, even if a tight end is going on, if Myles Garrett has 30 sacks, he
should be another one in the conversation for MVP.
He has 100%, man. The reason that they're not 0 whatever is because Myles Garrett is the only player on the team. You could run the defense minus 10 people and just Myles Garrett, and they would still have a chance in some of these games. Like, I hate that it's just a quarterback award at this point.
And it's not like JT, by the way, we're eating our fucking words. Holy shit. But let's not give Aiden the gratification. He had 12 rushes for 153 yards. He had 3 tutties. This guy is what the Colts offense is. I'm ready to crown a new sheriff. I know the last one was Peyton. Jonathan Taylor is now the official sheriff of the Colts.
Okay. What about deputy?
Michael Pittman. Or are you saying that should be his new
nickname?
What about Johnny Depp? Yo! Jonathan Taylor will now be
Johnny
Let's
Depp.
Find out if
spelled D-E-P-T.
Let's find out if Aiden listened to this podcast, and we'll just talk about Johnny Depp for like 20 minutes next week.
I like that. You know what? Next time the Colts play, we'll be like, Johnny Depp looked so good in this game. Who the hell's Johnny Depp? No, he should be in the MVP conversation, and I know that this isn't a fantasy podcast, and this is useless to say, but my 2 starting wide receivers in my other league and my 2 starting running backs in the other league are JSN, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, and Jonathan Taylor. That's all I have to say. Let's get to the night game, Packers, Steelers. Oh, Rodgers, baby. I love you, man. Honestly,
Thank you, Aaron Rodgers. He won me $300.
He's the only thing on the Steelers right now that is good, which is crazy to say. He's the only thing. He's the only thing that's good on this team. 215
And
yards.
DK needs a number 2. Holy shit, we're both blurry.
Am
I
I?
am insane. I am insane. I'm just like in the shadow realm. This must be if someone made it this far, it's impressive, but like I am Mr. Invisible right now.
Looks like you have a Burger King logo on your hat. Oh God. Okay. Anyway, no. Rodgers. Rodgers is not the problem on this team. Nope. Really low on the turnovers this season, which is really good. It's like he's been in the past with the Packers. He was never a big turnover guy, and he's looking like it this year. They need to get some defensive help. They are so bad on defense. They are worst they're the worst in all categories on, I don't even know how to phrase this. Their defensive rankings are the worst they've been since Tomlin got there. This is the worst defensive season they've had under Tomlin. And it's unfortunate that it's with Rodgers, because this could be a very historic season.
I just can't do anything. No, I'm listening. I agree. I don't know what they do on defense. First off, you come out in those jerseys. I look retarded right now. Which is a word I would use to describe. A word I would use to describe this Steelers uniform choice. That is disgusting. Never wear those again. I don't care if they're throwbacks. Also, another point, don't wear throwback jerseys when you have an 85-year-old quarterback who looks like he would be wearing that in his era. I am just insanely blurry, and I think that's what you're laughing at.
No, I'm laughing at the Rodgers guy.
Oh my God, we're out of it. Somewhat. I'm still like grainy. It just keeps getting worse. All right. This was a really close game, actually. The Packers were winning this game the Packers were losing this game to go into half, and then the Steelers fell apart, and the Packers just took care of business as a good team would. I think in the fourth quarter, if you're a Packers fan, you were never worried.
No, definitely not. And like they've had kind of an up and down season, just like last year. Like it started really good, and we were like, "Oh wow, the Packers are looking amazing." Then they tie with the Cowboys. They lose to the Browns. It's like, wow, okay, we were hyped on them for absolutely no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're back into a groove. They're 5-1-1. They look great. They have the second best schedule in the league. They're top of the NFC. They are a good team. They are a good team, and this was a really cool game historically, just in terms of, obviously Rodgers passing the torch on to Jordan Love. Then he goes in to Pittsburgh and beats him and has really good stats, over 300 yards passing, no turnovers, 3 touchdowns. Great game from him.
I also want to say, I heard a story that Aaron Rodgers would fine Jordan Love every time he didn't speak enough in a meeting. It sounds like Aaron Rodgers took from what Brett Favre did to him, which is just, fuck you, you're the rookie, you're trying to take my spot, and really made Jordan Love feel comfortable and kind of built him into what he is as a quarterback today, which I think is really cool.
100%.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like how he looks perked out every game, but I'm ready to flip the script on Aaron Rodgers. He has been fun this year, and he seems like a genuinely good guy, which is something I don't think I would have said last season.
No, with all the off the field, stuff that he's
And the
done the
demands
last
and
couple of
stuff like
years.
that.
Yeah, it just hasn't looked good. But this season, he's looking good. He's looking good both on the field and off the field. His press game,
PR wise.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He had. Remember a couple games ago, he got tackled there by the lineman after the touchdown. He went out and a reporter asked him about it, and he was like, it was the best response you could give. He was like, saying basically that he was happy about his energy. He was laughing about it. He's like, I have no problem with a guy getting that hype, but you can't tackle me at 41 years old, which is fair enough,
Yeah.
So,
yeah, these Steelers also played like these uniforms looked. Like, at least their defense did. Like, these might be a contender for like I know people say the Bumblebee jerseys are kind of brutal. I think these are
you don't like
up
these
there.
that much?
Carson,
I gotta
these are
look at
up
these
there
again.
with the Giants jerseys they wore last year, the throwbacks that were fucking abysmal.
Those are bad. I don't like those very much. There's too many colors in that thing.
If you showed me these jerseys and said is this NFL jersey or someone made it and Madden jersey, I would say this was
a
made in
Make-A-Wish jersey. Some kid sent it in and they felt bad.
You know the Bills logo that's like a potato that a kid drew? That's what these jerseys remind me of. Like, oh, a kid made it. Nice.
Man,
no, those are brutal.
I'm looking at them.
They're bad.
I'm not super down on those, but I will say, no,
the Steelers have good uniforms. They don't need these.
The Bumblebee ones are like 30 times worse, though. Those are so ugly.
I like the Bumblebee more, man. Way more. But yeah.
Okay, no, but these are the best Steelers throwback jerseys. Those are hard.
Yeah, well, bring those back.
Those are hard.
Bring those back. It's too much yellow, and it's like, it reminds me of like Transformers for some reason. I don't know.
Bumblebee? Yeah, I don't know.
But like Bumblebee's like cousin who drinks too much and like says slurs in front of the wrong people. Like,
oh, Aaron Rodgers?
No, just the jersey.
Okay. I'm not as down on him as you, but I still.
All right. We should do a jersey ranking. You remember when we did the tiers? We should do that.
We should do that 100%.
I got nothing else on this game, by the way, if you want to take over on something. The Commanders Chiefs is scoreless after the end of the first. I'm sure anyone who's listening to this already knows that. And
I'm sure everybody who's listening to this knows that the Chiefs won as well.
Yeah, probably. Let's talk about that Monday night game and let's set ourselves up for failure. I am taking the Chiefs heavy here. I got a lot of money on not a lot of money, but a lot of like I'm surprised that it's 0-0. Obviously, neither of us have watched this game. I think we're going to turn off this and
be headed to that.
Go watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. Chiefs are back. They look good. I like that they have that trio actually playing. It makes. I don't even care if you're a good team, but I want to at least be entertained and not feel like it's a rigged. I couldn't watch them last year because, like I said earlier, it's dump off, bubble screens, check downs, 5-yard slants. Kelsey all of a sudden is wide open with nobody 10 yards within him, 30 yards down the field randomly. Like, how is he getting open like that? He goes at a snail's pace to the zone. Like, I don't understand. But yeah, I don't have anything on that game either. I expect the Chiefs to win. No Jaden either. Maybe I would say it's a trap game if Jaden's playing.
Yeah.
But he's not. How do you feel about getting into that playoff bracket, the midseason playoff bracket? Talking about maybe some of the teams we don't think are going to be in there, some of the teams on the outside that might be in there.
Yeah, I'm down. And then let's wrap it up with some Jays talk. They're playing tonight too, so I just want it's been a topic on the show for the last month, I'd say. So I think we should touch on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But let's get the football out of the way here.
So the AFC, Colts, first seed. I'll go order first seed to 7th seed. Colts, Patriots, Broncos, and Steelers are all your home playoff games as of right now.
That's not gonna be a thing.
No, I don't think so either. Then the Bills, Chargers, and Jacksonville make up the wild card. They would be going on the road in in the wild card. That's not staying either. We can just stay in the AFC for a second here. Let's wrap the next 3 teams outside on the bubble the Chiefs are the 8th seed, the Texans are the 9th
Texans
seed, and then the Bengals are
and
the 10th. And then
yeah,
we have to keep in mind as well, the 2 and 5 Ravens are the 12 seed right now.
that's crazy. Really? The fact that they're just I know they're not just right
The
there, but
Jets,
like they are
Titans, Dolphins, and Browns are the only teams lower than the Ravens right now.
that's
And the
crazy.
Raiders have a better chance of the playoffs right now than the fucking
Wait,
Ravens.
I wonder if I can bet them to make the that's a that's an off the air thing.
Okay, well, anyway, give me 3 teams that you don't think are staying in the playoffs or at least have the highest chance to fall out of the playoffs.
Steelers, they're in there, right? Who's the other division winners? Sorry.
Steelers, Broncos, Bills, Chargers, Jacksonville, Colts, and
Uh,
Patriots.
Jacksonville, and I guess if I had to do one, it would be 3 is tough, right? Guess if I had to do it, it would be the Patriots, but I don't like saying that because I don't think it's them. No, give me the Broncos because that's Chiefs winning and the Broncos having a nightmare ending to their season along with the Chargers. So Broncos, Chargers, and Jaguars would be my 3.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I think it's tough as well. I can't count the Steelers out. They make the playoffs all the time. I honestly think I'm going Jacksonville for sure. I'm going Chargers for sure. Obviously, those are the 6 and 7 seeds, so also most likelihood of me missing. I think I'm going to lean Steelers as well, actually, over the Broncos. I think Broncos are better than the Chargers.
I agree.
Excuse me. Okay, and then give me 2 teams. I only say 2 because Chiefs is the obvious answer to making it into the playoffs. Outside of the bubble that you think have the best chance of making it in.
Chiefs, Ravens, and then if I really had to pick, I would go Texans. I think they're the only 3 there that makes obvious sense. Yeah, they're the only 3 that I guess you want if you really want to say Bengals, but like no. I think the Texans have a better team and are better coached and are healthier.
Yeah, I'll stick basic here as well. I think that the Chiefs obviously are going to be in the playoffs. And then Texans, I'm going to put them in there too because of one key factor. They beat the Ravens already. So if it gets close to a tiebreaker at the end of the season and both these teams do have winning records at the end, Texans will be favored because of their win. Okay, let's move to the NFC real quick. Wrap this one up. Once again, in order, 1st to 7th seed. Pretty standard. Packers, Eagles, Bucks, Seahawks, Lions, Rams, and 49ers. Only new team in there this year is the Seahawks, replaced by the Vikings. Or sorry, Seahawks replaced the Vikings. That's the only different team in the NFC this year. Okay, give me 2. Give me 2 least likelies to stay in.
I'm going to go the 49ers. I think you will as well. I think we both agree
100%.
They're banged up and they don't have any of their best players besides Christian McCaffrey.
100%.
I hate to do this, but give me the Bucks. Just purely because of injury. And that's like I think the Bucks have the genes to win it all. I just think this has been the season from hell for injuries wise. So give me the Bucks.
They are extremely injured.
But they also have the easiest division in football. The problem is the Panthers are right there with them. Now, if the Panthers
are only 2 games behind, and honestly, I feel like I know that it was the Bills, and we don't expect them to win that game regardless of who's at quarterback. But that was
hey, you didn't like that.
That was a key example of Bryce being probably more important to this team than we expected.
Here, give me 1 sec.
No problem. The dog. No, you're good. I'm sticking with the 49ers as well. And then I'm going to go with kind of a crazy one here. I think the Rams also have the best chance of missing the playoffs.
I agree.
Seahawks, I think, are the best team in that division right now, if I'm being honest. I like the Rams, but I think that they're probably the best. And then on the outside, the 3 next closest teams are the Bears, Panthers, and Cowboys. Which of those teams do you think has the best chance of sneaking into the playoffs?
Fuck, that's awful. None of them. I can't say any of them. I don't think I can say comfortably any of them. I was going to say Cowboys, but then I realized you have the Commanders in that division. Unless all 3 are making it, I don't think so.
Yeah, Commanders, by the way, 13th seed. I'm going to say the Bears. I think that we could see a 3-team playoff, 3-team division playoff.
Yeah, I agree.
If that makes sense. Bears, Lions, and Packers all in there. Yeah, that's all I got.
Alrighty, let's move on to Blue Jays, Dodgers. Jays drop one at home. I think that is kind of expected if the Jays are going to do that. Win this, I think it goes 7, and I think they muck it up. Yamamoto pitched. That dude is a samurai. He pitched the full game. He is unreal against the hottest bats probably in the league besides themselves. No surprise. It's going to be a dogfight, and we're already down 1-0.
Top of the 3rd.
Yep. Hopefully the Jays could pull through here. I can't get over how it's still 0-0. That's like disgusting in this Commanders-Chiefs game. I don't have anything else, Carson. Do you?
Not really. I would just say that, yeah, to your point with this World Series, I don't see it going any other way than 7. If Jays win either. Great statement win in the first game. And honestly, a 5-1 loss against this Dodgers team is not the worst. Well, at least it's a manageable score. You don't want them running up on you, which they absolutely can do, like that 6th inning in Game 1 for the Jays. So they have a chance. They have a chance. I don't think it's as swayed as people were making it out to be.
I think they give the Dodgers I was about to say Rodgers. The Dodgers the best run for their money in the playoffs.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
So
that's all I got.
You got anything else?
That's it. Actually, I will say one thing on the NBA. Just for all the Austin Reeves fans out there. Obviously, you know who Austin Reeves is.
Yes.
This man had a 51.1 rebound away from a triple-double. He had 51 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. That's a ridiculous Reeves game out of the blue. We're out here talking about Luka Doncic being healthy and them getting a big man in DeAndre Ayton. Meanwhile, Reeves is like, hey, I'm still here, by the way. Unreal. Yeah. I know it's early in the season, but that's a stat line that has to be talked about on a podcast.
Oh, crazy. Fuck the NBA. Sorry.
Where's Ayton? Going off. That's all I got.
Carson, where can everyone find us?
They can find us on all the big social medias. You ever heard of Instagram? You ever heard of YouTube? You ever heard of TikTok? You ever heard of Twitter? How about Facebook? Sorry, not Twitter. X. My bad. And Spotify, of course. Spotify is where we would like everybody, I feel like, to move. And YouTube. Those are the 2 platforms that we'd like to see doing well. But that's where they can find us all at the Huddle Podcast.
Woody Marks.